Good morning, Nesties. Hello, how's everybody on this beautiful, absolutely beautiful day? I'm out here in this yard again, and I have been just baffled by all the mess in the nest. Yes, it's always some mess. Pest equals mess. And I'm also learning that agriculture equals education because I'm constantly trying to learn who's friend, who's foe, what you doing here, what you up to, should I leave you, should I squash you? Are you going to become lizard or bird food, or will you become fertilizer? So, all right, so today is talking about the mess in the nest as far as pests. And my latest venture has been the leaf miner. Yeah, this little stinker right here. I don't like him. But they say he doesn't cause much damage. But hold on. So upon my research, I found that the leaf miner is that funky little fly or gnat. So if you're seeing some type of little gnat or some type of little fly that's hanging out on your vegetation, it's laying eggs, which is the life cycle of the leaf miner. So it comes from a fly, he lays an egg, and the egg is embedded in the leaf. And once the egg hatches, it eats its way through the leaf, leaving that crazy maze that we've all identified in our vegetation. And they love nitrogen rich vegetation. So that's why we see it on all types of leaves, lettuces, cabbages, marigolds, anything that's nitrogen rich. So that's just my garden guide. Hold on. So that's the leaf miner, and it just leaves a trail. I've been reading, it won't kill the plant, but it will cause a lot of damage. Second pest, that crazy erratic moth. He leaves caterpillars that decimate everything. So I have so much moth damage that it's not crazy. My the lady that I was working with, she gardened, she says, you're gonna have to spray. I know you don't want to spray, but you're gonna have to spray. And so then I had another young lady telling me about something that's gonna kill my hibiscus. Hold on again. But never fear, I'm not going to worry about all these bugs. They're not going to deter me from gardening. They're not going to kick me out of my garden. I am going to learn to build a nice, friendly ecosystem here. And we're going to get through this. So it is October. Libra gang. And things are calming down. Pest pressure isn't as worse, but it's still prominent here in Florida's Zone 9B. So just walk with me as we journey through my nest, looking at all these pests that's making a mess in my nest. Good morning, guys. So I'm learning. Hi, Nesties. Welcome to Netta's Nest. I'm learning that there are some little yellow flecks in my leaves. I'm not really sure what those are until I start noticing that they're coming out of that little pocket, really microscopic, and they're worms. I don't know what worm this is, whose worm it is, but I find it very interesting that they're very well camouflaged as a little speck. But do you see it moving? Look at that. They're coming out of those little, it's like the leaf miner. I've insisted the leaf miner is, I just thought it just stayed in there. I didn't know that it turns into a worm that comes out. And is it gonna decimate my crop? Because they are everywhere. Look at them. It's probably about 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, or more. So anybody else experience this? You see that? I'm just getting ready to cut the whole leaf off. And then see, right here, he hasn't awakened yet. But this is magnified 6.8 times the normal size. If you just go back, it is like a little yellow spot. But these are worms. So, my experienced gardeners, You've always told us, keep an eye on your garden and pay attention. I saw this little thing the other day, and I was just like, oh, it's just one of them. I don't know who's transferring, but I declare they're coming out of that leaf mining maze. Somebody has been also in my, now these are some brassicas these are cabbage. These are a hybrid cabbage. Supposed to be resistant to whatever it is. So I bought 6 of them and I put them right here. And then I bought some regular ones that I put right there. But look at this. Who's doing this? And they sitting in the center here. So I think I'm going to cover these up. Or I may just leave it for a trap crop. I'm not really sure. Those are doing okay. Nobody's been in there. I got those covered. So this is just about just any damage that's going on in the garden. But yeah, somebody's over here peddling around. I don't know who or what, but we're gonna find out. Freshly disposed of all these leaves off my tomato bush. They all have damage and little tiny worms, so I got rid of those. I'll keep checking up to see what happens. So brassicas, there's brassicas, somebody's been sitting in there and I don't know what happened. And over here, this is from this tomato plant, worms. And then of course I just showed you I have my zucchini up in my tower, and I check that all the time, and I'm glad it's eye level, because I was able to look and see it and was like, oh, those are tiny worms coming out of the coming out of the leaf. They were embedded in the vein in the leaf. Now as far as my eggplant, they're pretty resilient. There's somebody's always eating all over the leaves, or little worms that fold up in there. I kind of open the leaf up so that the wasps can come and eat them. But otherwise, they're pretty resilient. And what I thought was a pepper is a voluntary eggplant. Where it come from, probably I mixed up, poured out. I usually pour out soil over here, so who knows. So yeah, that stuff damage over here. So I'm not going to spray anything on these guys. They're pretty resilient. They hold their own. I just come over here and open up the leaves, but that's the damage from that one. And my tomato cage over here, this has been pretty well protected. The only thing that gets in here, then I got to fight my puppies. They like the fertilizer that I put in that tomato somebody fertilizer. But anyhow, these are, I looked in here this morning. They look pretty good. There's some leaf miner damage, but I'll keep an eye on that because I think leaf miners are worms. I got to do some research, and those worms are what's killing your vegetation. I don't see very many, I don't see any holes, and I didn't see any poop, so I'm watching that. But I just kind of peek in there and that's it. As far as damage control on this tomato plant that was up by the house, you see, I leave it alone, but it's trellising over there. But it was just loaded with anything that I see that's see-through or a little hole, I get rid of it, because once I get my little magnifying glass, there's a little worm in there. First I was just looking for poop, but now I'm looking for anything that's see-through. So he was cut bald. And the reason why I kept it is because it has some little flowers on there. It's always having flowers, no tomato yet, but we'll see. We'll see. Somebody's out here pestering in this box. They're digging up everything and all kind of stuff. Camera just shut off. Let me show you. They're digging up stuff. I had there's potatoes out here. There's some coming through right there. There's onion out here. There's garlic out here. Somebody's digging up something. There's strawberry out here. Pissed. Yeah, I'm going to put a cage around it. More damage control. Damage control. Damage control. All right, guys, the police is here. I saw a squirrel peeking over my fence, and I'm gonna kick his ass if I catch him out here. More damage. Oh, look at there. Been in my strawberries too. That's why I know it's a squirrel. Look at that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That MFer was busy. Excuse me, y'all, but yeah, we got a problem. I will be spraying my hibiscus. Definitely. Talked to the lady today that did my mammogram, and she's like, there's a nasty, ugly worm that loves these bad boys. And I told her, I said, I was just kind of noticing that something was going on with my hibiscus. See it looking a little sad right here? I'm going to check the leaves, get the BT ready, and get to spraying. Yeah, more damage. I put this parsley over here because it had little tiny worms on it. And they're gone. Or they're down in there. But you can't come back in the garden. Alright guys, I'm going to the front. See if there's more damage going on. Today this is just about damage. It's not a oh, what you call it? We're just checking out damage to see what's going on. There was a heap of damage out here yesterday. I see poop. So let's see who's living over here. You're getting ready to become lizard food. Look how they just decimated my zucchini back there. Look at my pumpkin. Caterpillars. I'm gonna get in here and flick them all off. I'll just flick them on the ground so the lizards can eat them. This is how that pest starts. There's another one. Yeah, I clipped him a little bit. Listen here, they'll become lizard food. But that does this. Yep, that's what it does. But you know that already. Yeah, there's another one. Come on, lizard, lizard, lizard. They love to hide in the fold of the leaves. He was hiding in that fold, and I pinched it until he fell out. And just like that, guys. Thanks for walking with me. Have a good one. Bye-bye.